Hi, and welcome to Three Questions With. Got my buddy Jonathan Meidanis with us. And Jonathan is a family law attorney. Good morning, Jonathan. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, Kevin. I'm glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
So, Jonathan, let's start at the beginning. You know, when my attorney friends say I'm a family law attorney, a lot of my friends go, "What's that?" So what's involved in being a family law attorney?
So it entails many things. First of all, I represent clients in divorce matters, custody disputes, modifications regarding child support and alimony, or parenting disputes. And I can also assist parties in restraining orders.
Yep. So like you said, that makes sense. And what made you want to practice family law of all the laws? What drew you to that piece?
Well, not every relationship is a happy relationship. Some people are victims of domestic violence or abuse, and I wanted to help people get out of bad relationships and get out of a bad situation where the children are exposed to things that they should not be exposed to.
So, Jonathan, I have a question about, alimony, custody, things like that. So, unfortunately, with the economy, some people have an arrangement they're paying X dollars a week or a month. But now, through challenging times, they may not have the means to afford that. What's the process of reaching out to you to say, hey, you know what, Jonathan, I've had a reduction in hours, I've lost my job, I need to make a change. How does someone do that?
First, they would want to contact our office, and one of my assistants would perform a quick intake to gather some information that would be helpful for a free 30-minute consultation with me. They will also have to run a conflict check to make sure there are not any conflicts of interest. Once they've obtained the information and the conflict check has come back without any conflicts, they will schedule a free 30-minute consultation with me. And from there, I will discuss the options that available to the potential client, as well as provide the potential client with some information about the process, what they could be expecting for a reduction. And also, I would gather some information about the parties and both parties' incomes and the history of their relationship.
So, Jonathan, to flip that conversation over, I've had friends over the years that something will happen and the person paying them alimony or paying them for the child all of a sudden just stops making those payments. What should you do if you find yourself in that situation?
What they would want to do is file a complaint for contempt. When one party is in violation of an order, the process for recouping any arrearage owed to you is to file a complaint for contempt in Massachusetts, or it would be a petition to bring forward and for contempt in New Hampshire. The courts typically will schedule a hearing a couple months out, and then at the hearing, you can present your case and the court should issue an order on it.
So last question, if you're in that situation where something's happened and you don't have the means to make those payments, you should reach out to the courts and not just not make the payments, because it's going to end up in court if the person decides to pursue you. So it's best to just be upfront about it and reach out to you to say, hey, I'm in a situation where I'm no longer able to do this. Just trying to just ignore it and not pay is probably not the right move, right?
That's correct, Kevin. That actually makes everything worse because the court order is still in effect. It doesn't change unless you request for it to be changed. So you'd want to file a petition to bring forward and for modification in New Hampshire, or in Mass, it would be a complaint for modification. And any adjustment in relief would be retroactive to the date of service. So you would want to serve the party as soon as possible. And, as long as a person is not underemployed or not voluntarily underemployed, that is, they should be able to obtain a reduction in support.
So, Jonathan, if people have questions, what's the best way for them to reach out to you? How can they learn more?
They could contact our office at, our Massachusetts number is 781-569-5840. or they could call our New Hampshire office, 603-681-9126.
John, I really appreciate you taking a couple of minutes to call into the show. And as always, thanks for being my friend.
All right, thank you. And I'm glad I could give assistance today. Sorry.
You got it.